An animal-based diet is a nutrient-dense and delicious way of eating where you can eat foods like raw honey, a huge variety of different delicious fruits, lots of dairy and eggs, including raw cheese. And so when eating this way, you don't feel like you're missing out on anything sweet because you can have healthy, natural sweet foods. You can also make a variety of naturally sweetened desserts with maple syrup or raw honey, like gelatin-rich marshmallows or fried dates and cheese. And in this video, I'm going to share how to make these delicious cookies, cheesecake, and frozen yogurt. These recipes are all so easy and they're also very healthy. 2 of these recipes require sweetened condensed milk, but don't worry, it's not the sweetened condensed milk in the can at the store. You are going to make your own, simply by cooking down milk and maple syrup. Add 3 cups of milk and 1 cup of maple syrup to a small pot and cook on low until it is cooked down to about 1/3 of the size. Now we're going to make our cookies or macaroons, which we will use the sweetened condensed milk in. We're adding the white of 1 egg and we're going to blend it with a hand mixer until it becomes nice and foamy. This is going to give a wonderful texture to these macaroon cookies. Feel free to double or triple this recipe if you want even more. Next, I'm adding about 7 ounces of sweetened condensed milk, a little splash of vanilla extract, and a little salt, and I'm adding this to unsweetened coconut shreds. This is about 1 3/4 cup of finely shredded unsweetened coconut. Mix these ingredients until well combined, and then you're going to fold it in with the egg whites. And I'm going to add some chocolate chips. These are my favorite chocolate chips because they have limited ingredients and no soy or anything like that. I'm going to form these into little cookies and put them on a lined baking tray. So this is technically a macaroon recipe, but I'm making them like chocolate chip cookies by adding chocolate chips instead of dipping them in melted chocolate, and by forming them more like a cookie instead of a more rounded macaroon. I am a big fan of chocolate chip cookies, especially I love dipping them in milk, but I don't always feel great after eating chocolate chip cookies with any kind of grain. So this is a grain-free option. Once you have lined them on your baking tray, go ahead and bake them at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes. When they're done, they'll be nice and golden brown on the sides. And make sure to let them cool just a bit before trying to put them on a plate because they will easily fall apart while they're still hot. These are such a nice and light dessert. They are also a healthy snack because they're not super high in sugar and they also have a little protein. Next time you want a cozy cookies and milk snack, but you want a healthy version that is grain-free, give this recipe a try. It uses simple ingredients and is so easy to make. When following an animal-based diet, raw milk ice cream is kind of a no-brainer. I have a video that I will link above. But have you tried frozen yogurt? I'm a big fan of yogurt. I make yogurt every week. And if you want to turn some yogurt into a delicious cold dessert, here is how to make a delicious frozen yogurt. Simply add some yogurt, some maple syrup, and a little vanilla extract to taste to a bowl. I also like to add a little bit of salt to all my desserts. Whisk all of these ingredients until well combined. Make sure to give it a taste to make sure it's sweet enough for you. And then you're going to add it to an ice cream maker. Unfortunately, there are no very affordable stainless steel ice cream makers on the market. They are all lined with aluminum. But if you want to make it in the freezer, you would just put it in a stainless steel bowl and whisk it every few minutes. This is what it looks like when it's ready in an ice cream maker. And now we are ready to enjoy as a delicious dessert snack. You can either use a regular unstrained yogurt, or you could also try using a strained skyr or Greek yogurt to make a high protein snack. It just might be a little more tart. This one is just a regular unstrained yogurt. The final recipe I'm sharing today is actually my favorite. I am a huge fan of no-bake cheesecake. On holiday get-togethers, my mom usually made a delicious no-bake cheesecake with graham cracker crust and an Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk type of cheesecake filling. She also topped it with delicious tart cherries. But today I'm going to be making it with yogurt. And I'm going to do that by straining the yogurt until it's as thick as cream cheese. There's actually nothing wrong with eating a high quality cream cheese on an animal-based diet. The problem is that most of the stores are filled with thickening agents that are not good for our gut. So in order to avoid these products, I make my own kind of yogurt cream cheese by just straining it in the refrigerator overnight. So I am wrapping the yogurt in a cheesecloth, and then I'm going to cover it with a weight, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and that's going to make it nice and thick. Make sure to either strain over a very deep bowl or frequently empty the whey, because if it's sitting in the whey, it's not going to strain properly. I frequently empty this bowl that it's sitting on top of. So I'm using a sieve. As you can see, there's some whey already coming out with this weight on top. And I put that in the fridge for about 12 hours or more until it was very thick like cream cheese. Once it reaches a cream cheese consistency, this was actually the next day, and I'm ready to make my no-bake cheesecake. I'm placing my yogurt cream cheese into a large bowl. As you can see, it's nice and thick like cream cheese. Next, I'm adding about 7 ounces of sweetened condensed milk, the one that I made with maple syrup. You might think that making sweetened condensed milk is going to be a hassle, but honestly, it's so easy. You just add milk and maple syrup to a pot and let it cook on low for about 2 hours or so. Next, I'm adding about a tablespoon of lemon juice, and I'm also adding some vanilla extract and a little salt to this recipe. I'm going to be mixing this with a hand mixer so that it's nice and creamy. One way to make this extra creamy is to make sure that your yogurt is at room temperature when you are blending everything together. Another thing is, when you're done with your sweetened condensed milk, it's helpful to blend it in a Vitamix or other kind of blender so that it gets out any of the clumps of milk that form when you make the sweetened condensed milk. Now it's time to put our cheesecake filling into some serving dishes. And instead of a graham cracker crust, I am using coconut sugar. To me, it really replicates the delicious flavor of a graham cracker crust, and it really makes this cheesecake extra delicious. So don't skip the coconut sugar if you can help it. Now I'm adding the cheesecake filling over the coconut sugar. And I'm going to put that in the refrigerator while I make my strawberry topping. For the strawberry topping, I'm just putting some frozen strawberries in a pan, adding some lemon juice, some maple syrup, and a little bit of water. And I'm just going to cook this down on medium-low until it turns into a strawberry sauce. You just need a splash of water just to help the strawberries heat up and not burn on the bottom. And make sure to mix this every once in a while to make sure the strawberries aren't sticking. And eventually, after a while, probably about half an hour, you're going to get a delicious strawberry sauce. Make sure to add that lemon juice so that it's nice and tart. And we're going to add that on top of the cheesecake once it's been in the refrigerator cooling. You can even add it to the freezer to make it extra firm if you want it to be ready quickly. And I spreaded the strawberry topping on top evenly. This makes such a delicious no-bake cheesecake recipe that is much healthier than many of the other cheesecake recipes you will find on the internet. In my opinion, you can enjoy a healthy diet and still enjoy desserts by using high-quality natural ingredients instead of processed and refined foods. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more natural, nourished, and traditional living content.